Hey guys, Quigon Quasar here, back again with another Mass Effect Andromeda video, and in this video I'm going to be talking about why I think more character and weapon customization in Mass Effect Andromeda would be a really cool thing, why I think BioWare should add it, because I think it's an awesome thing. I'm going to give you a few ideas and a few reasons why I think it would be good. Now, a game with good character and weapon customization just gives players a sense of personalization, a sense of like uniqueness, I guess, like a sense of everything's unique to you and like you own it, what you create, what you design, like any weapon designs or weapon skins that you equip, or character skins that you equip, then it just makes it feel, it makes it feel like truly your own. Now it means that multiplayer matches will always look and feel diverse. Like there's no two of the same sort of multiplayer matches that way. At least in terms of the way they look and the way that they feel. It just makes it feel like every sort of experience is different. Like it's a lot more diverse. It seems and looks a lot more diverse, and it gives you so many more items to work towards unlocking. So. In my opinion, that's like one more reason to play, or a bunch more reasons to play. If there was a bunch of character skins and weapon skins available, and like a bunch more customization options available that you had to unlock, you didn't just get for free. I mean, you don't usually get character customization options for free anyway in games. You have to unlock them. I think it would give people one more reason to play. I know, some people, that just don't feel like playing a certain game one day might just jump in simply because they need to, unlock a certain thing that they really want. And I know a lot of people that do that. And it makes sense, it's a bit of a grind towards, unlocking this cool new item in the game. So I think it would sort of bolster the player count in a way, because it's going to give people a lot more incentive and reason to keep coming back to the game. I believe that Mass Effect Andromeda has extremely limited character and weapon customization options. It doesn't really expand on the options we saw in Mass Effect 3, and it doesn't really make characters and weapons feel like our own, like we own them, like they're sort of tailored to us. It just feels, oh, here's another guy using the same sniper as me, or here's another guy using the same character. Really, the only sort of diversity and uniqueness behind really anything in the game is what color you have your character. Now, I've got a black and red human infiltrator. You don't really see that very often, if I'm honest, but even then, it's just colors. Like anyone could just change their color the same color as yours. There's no sort of diversity or uniqueness to it. Whereas if there was sort of character skins or different, interchangeable sets of armor or different weapons, there would be like no two players the same. And if there were, sooner or later you'd come across someone who's got the same armor, set as you, or has selected the same shoulder pads as you, or the same chest plate as you, with the same sort of character colors and weapon skin as you. But it would be very rare. It would really be very rare. I'm guessing what I'm saying is, because in single player they obviously have a lot of different character customization options, and not like weapon skins I don't think, but in terms of armor they have a lot more armor options. I'd love to see something more like that be added to the multiplayer. And I think by giving players more control over their multiplayer character and weapon experience, BioWare could create like a whole new, like I said before, a whole new aspect, a whole new reason to sort of play Andromeda, and give like a whole new exciting aspect of unlockable items in Andromeda, like I said, which would, like I said, create a whole nother reason to keep coming back to it. Now, character customization always improves the game when it's included. A great example of this would be Halo Reach, for example. Halo Reach, for those of you who don't know, offers massive control over how your character looks. You could choose from like pieces of armor, tons of pieces of armor for each body part, for helmets, for shoulders, for legs, or even goddamn kneecaps. You could change the design and the color of your helmet's visor, and you had primary and secondary color options like you in Mass Effect Andromeda and in Mass Effect 3. I would love for similar things to be added to Andromeda. I think because in Halo Reach, I know a lot of you guys might not have played Halo Reach, obviously it's an Xbox exclusive. A lot of you guys are on PC, and some of you are on PS4. But what I'm saying is Halo Reach, for those that don't know, had a very, very decent character customization. It was very rare that you'd run into a guy that had the same armor as you, but also had the same, color scheme as you, or color selections as you, or visor selection, or there was just tons of options, and it was. When you think about it, it's a pretty minor thing, really, in hindsight, when you actually put, a whole overall perspective of it on it. But it actually makes all the difference. It really does make all the difference. It really makes a huge difference. Like, I just think it would be very, very cool for them to add similar things to Mass Effect Andromeda. Also, I think some of the things that they could expand upon that, that original idea, because these things weren't in Halo Reach, like aiming reticule and scope customization options weren't in Halo Reach. Armor patterns weren't in Halo Reach. I think that'd be really cool to have in, so you could sort of like change the camouflage of your armor, or like what camouflage is on your left shoulder pad, for example. That would be pretty damn cool. Imagine having like different color shoulder pads. One red on left on the left one it's red, the right one's blue or black. I think that look pretty damn awesome, and maybe like different camouflage designs on each of them, or like a different camouflage option on your chest plate compared to like your helmet or something. I think that would be pretty cool. And like I said, aiming reticle and scope customization options, I guess, is kind of a Call of Duty playbook. I wouldn't want them to take it as far as Call of Duty, so that you've got like goddamn dollar signs and anime faces as your aiming reticle or your weapon skin. But I think if they added it like a bit of an option to sort of customize like the look of the scope around here, maybe like tweak the scope a little bit, or tweak the color of your scope, or maybe just design like the overall design, around the edges of that scope. I'm pointing to the screen now, you guys can't see where I'm pointing, but you can see like designs around the scope. That might be a little bit cool if they added a tiny little bit of an option there. And if they made it so that you can maybe change up the reticle a little bit, at least like change the design slightly, or maybe if they just change the reticle depending on what weapon you're using. They basically do that already, but it's not really dependent on what technology weapon you're using. It really only depends on if you're using a shotgun. Shotgun reticles will be wide, sniper reticles will be tight and small, pistol ones will be sort of medium, and assault rifles will be medium. I think it would be cool if you sort of tilted it to what technology you're using. I think if different technology had different reticles, that'd be quite cool. If they didn't want to add like a full customization option for reticles, you could add like something that depended on what technology the weapon was that you're using. And I think by adding these, BioWare would allow us to sort of tailor our multiplayer characters and weapons to our exact preference. It'd feel like ours, and like I said, the chances of finding someone with the exact same armor as you, the exact same colors, the exact same weapon skins, or like weapon colors as you, I think that it would be almost impossible. It would be very, very rare. So it would make like multiplayer lobbies feel so much more diverse and so much more sort of fun and interesting. Because I remember on Halo Reach, I'd always jump into a multiplayer lobby excited to see what armor everyone's rocking with, what armor colors, what scope does. I remember there was like some really, really cool like helmet visor designs and stuff that took ages to get to. It would be really cool if they added like one that took tons of gameplay hours to get to in Mass Effect Andromeda, that just got loads of players like really playing at it and grinding at it. And I know for a fact that would get a lot of players returning to Andromeda, or just spending more time in Andromeda and committing more of their gaming hours to Mass Effect Andromeda, which obviously BioWare wants. Now let me know what you think of my ideas. Do you have anything to add to it? Let me know in the comments if you do. I'm very eager to hear your thoughts and suggestions. Remember, with something like this, with sort of like player feedback like this, if you guys want to see something like this, the more people that say the same thing to BioWare and give the same feedback to BioWare, the higher the chances of it happening. With all of this sort of the facial animation controversy, and everyone hated that, and with like people not thinking that the cutscenes look realistic enough, with enough people talking about it and complaining about it, it actually got fixed very, very soon. It's because enough people said the same thing, so it happened. Enough people said, they wanted the same thing, so it was granted to them. And, this is no different. It's exactly the same. If you guys, any chance you get, whether it's through social media or some sort of like live stream. I know BioWare do a live stream every time they release like a new patch, new update, and a new map, or at least like the guys behind Mass Effect, BioWare. Any chance you get, sort of give feedback. And obviously, if you don't agree with me, don't give that feedback. I'm not saying you have to, but if you do agree with me or you have some similar ideas, definitely give the feedback. Because like I said, enough people ask for it, it will happen. I guarantee it will happen. Anyway, that's going to do it for this video. I hope you guys find it enjoyable or sort of informative or interesting at all. If you did, leave a like. It would really help me out, and I would really appreciate it. If you want to see any more of my videos, definitely stick around and subscribe. Anyway, thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you all in the next video.